I'm someone who quite likes car crash TV. There's just certain things that you just watch and it's just funny. You can see what's going to happen. You know it's going to be a bit of a calamity, but you just watch it nonetheless. And when you watch the build up to some of these misfit shows, I tend to not really look at it too much because it's just a lot of this and that and a lot of this, that, and the other. I mean, if someone like John Fury can feel at home in a Misfits press conference because everyone is kind of looking at him like, oh, well, what the... You kind of know really the room you're in, you know? This Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight, just when you think going into fight week, and you're thinking to yourself, surely it's just going to be a press conference and a weigh-in, and that's going to be that. They get in on fight night, and that's going to be that. I honestly can't wait until this whole thing is just done. I remember the build up to Mayweather McGregor, and that was more of a, I don't want to say it was more of a real fight because I think Floyd Mayweather held back loads in that fight, but you get what I mean. It was like, well, Mayweather was in, was what, 40 thereabouts. McGregor was in his, what, late 20s, early 30s, so it wasn't crazy. It was just, he was coming from a different sport, but it wasn't like, anything, too crazy in terms of, you weren't getting Joe Blow off the street and putting him in a pro fight against Mayweather or something like that. You know what I mean? You weren't getting, Sugar Ray Leonard and putting him in and saying it's Mayweather versus Leonard or someone like that who's in his 60s or maybe 70s at the time. So it wasn't anything like that, but it was still, you were kind of like, I'll be happy when this is all over and we can just draw a line and move on. That's how I feel about this Tyson Jake Paul thing. It's clearly going to happen, and they're not going to pull it now. But holy, I almost swore there, but holy something. This is a flipping joke. I mean, that press conference yesterday that they did, I mean, Ariel Helwani just couldn't have made it more obvious how much of that just seemed like stage. Like Tony Bellew rocking up with the Paddy Power t-shirt and Ariel's, okay, is that Tony Bellew? Everything about this is just so... I don't like this show. The problem is that even though I might not like it, and I think, judging by the video I did the other day, the majority of other people are not necessarily the fights on the undercard, Katie Taylor, Mario Barros, Amanda Serrano, etc. No. But this whole main event is just, I don't know. I really don't know how we got here. I seen Mike Tyson in this public workout, and I know Mike Tyson's an old man, so what I say is probably, people are going to say, well, duh, but he looked like an old man. I seen the footage of him hitting the pads and I wasn't impressed. I was thinking, God, he looks old. That's not, for your 58-year-old, yeah, this is pretty good for a 58-year-old, fair play, you got a bit of pop there. But you look at that and you're like, but like you're fighting the 27-year-old who can box and can hit a bit, and you look slow as molasses. You look so much like you're forcing this. You look like you're absolutely giving everything just in this public workout. And it doesn't look like you're giving everything and, you're putting on a poker face. It looks like it's hard work. You're thinking, how the hell is this going to look? What the hell is going to happen here when you get hit? Well, I don't like this fight at all. Problem is, as I said, the casual audience are absolutely lapping it up. I go into the office a couple of days a week. Even though I work remotely, I go on site a couple of days a week. And as soon as I come in, was it yesterday? It might have been Tuesday. No, it's Tuesday. First thing, Tyson Paul, what's happening? It's just like everything is just about Tyson Paul, and that's the problem. I think now they are, like, with this fight, they are setting such a bad precedent, because it wouldn't shock me if someone like a Jake Paul or one of these other influencers decides, Jake Paul did all that, KSI or Tommy Fury did all that, dragging Mike Tyson up here, Everyone loves Mike Tyson. Everyone still thinks Mike Tyson today could have a run of heavyweight, but you couldn't. I mean, he lost to Kevin McBride nearly 2 decades ago. And McBride was no great shakes, far from it. They'll look to run something like this, and Jake Paul might try and, get, God forbid, like Evander Holyfield or someone like, you wouldn't know. God forbid he did that. But I just hope to God that this doesn't set a bad precedent moving forward. And I'll be quite glad when we can draw a line in the sand in this whole S show. I don't think Mike Tyson's going to win this fight. I think that if this was the Mike Tyson who fought Kevin McBride, Danny Williams, mate, It's not even go there. It's an easy win. Even that Mike Tyson, who looked washed to bits, mate, it's not even go there. It's an easy win. You're talking about a man who's nearly 60. I said he's nearly 60 years old, Mike Tyson. He's 58 years old. And he's not in there against, again, some cream puff who they've just pulled up off the street. There are probably journeymen. You get in East Europe, Hungary and Bulgaria, places like that, where some of those journeymen are literally, I think they're literally handpicked from the crowd. Because you go on BoxRec, they're 1-0 and they were knocked out in 20 seconds in the first round and they never boxed again. They're literally, I think, taking people out of the crowd. Do you want to fight? Do you want a payday? Do you want to make 200 quid? Here you go, fall down, see you later. Could he beat someone like that? Yeah, of course, yeah. But Jake Paul could do the exact same. It's more of a even, because Jake Paul's not terrible. He's not great. He's not going to win any world titles. He's not terrible. And he's in there against a 58, I'll just say this again. He's in there against a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, who lost his last 2 fights. One of them was a decade ago. The other one is nearly a decade ago. And he looked terrible in those fights. That's 20 years ago nearly. He's nearly 60. What the actual F are we doing with it? Well, what are we doing here? I don't know. I just can't wait until this whole thing is over. Will I do a review on Saturday morning? Because I think it's a Friday night fight. Look, I'm not going to stay up for it, obviously. Will I do a review and give my 2 cents? Yeah, but I'm not expecting... If this is a real fight, like real, I mean... I don't think Mike Tyson has much of a chance. And I don't really want... I hope... Knockouts allowed, all that stuff. I really hope he doesn't get hurt. Because at 60, well, he's not 60, but at nearly 60, not taking probably a solid punch for the best part of 2 decades. Yeah, this could get real ugly for Mike Tyson. I hope it doesn't. So, yeah, this whole thing this week, it's just, again, the Mayweather-McGregor thing, I was so glad when that was over. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, please. I think it was August 26th. I was like, let August 26th happen now, so we can just draw a line in the sand in this. And I have that same feeling with this fight. Just let this fight end so we can draw a line in the sand. But at the same time, I sure as hell hope it doesn't set a bad precedent moving forward. I really don't. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know. Smash the like button, all that good stuff. Until next time, people. Peace.